did y'all two link up? How y'all meet each other?
Man, I've been knowing bro since 2009, 2010, man. We was in the hood together. I was hustling. I was in a position where I was able to help people. You feel what I'm saying? And he was able to slide on me, rocking and rolling with me. We built a relationship, and it came, you know, business. And shit, years down the line, here come YouTube. And, you know, he say, man, bro, you helped me in a way where I could never repay you. My way of paying you is through this way. And he put me on game with YouTube, and that's why I'm on the road to success on YouTube, because my boy Trenches News.
Now, are y'all from the same hood or?
Nah, now I'm not an active gang member. I retired. I'm not with none of that shit. I'm against it. I promote all for the kids and, you know, doing it better for the neighborhood and the city. So I was opposition to him, as they would call it today, a op. He was BD. When we was doing it, I was GD. I was an op to him. You feel what I'm saying? We met in the neighborhood doing what we did, and we built a relationship and knew each other for years, man. I seen him on YouTube one day. I say, man, is that you? Swipe, is that you? He hit me back, Hood, you know I love you, boy, call me. You feel what I'm saying? And we've been rocking and rolling for the last 18 months on this YouTube, on this journey.
Yeah, that's how it happened too. He called me up, man, my boy. He looked out for me at the time. You know, when a nigga at his lowest in the trenches, you know. You took shit from everybody, don't nobody want to help you. So, you know, my boy helped me out, man.
They most definitely, like, man, he be robbing everybody out, man. He ain't robbed me or gave me none of that feeling. We finna go ahead, network, and chop it off. And then they seeing by him already having his identity, and they seeing us rocking and rolling. Now it's even better for the both of us, you know what I'm saying, as we striving and going on and whatever type of shit was going on back in them days, man. But right now we here and we blessed and we in a different path, man. And this YouTube, man, we, you know, a way to give back and kick game.
Shit, being that you said y'all was an op, a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, op can translate to beef. Did y'all have any beef growing up?
Nah, we ain't had no beef.
It's just about when he say op, it's like him by me was a BD at the time and he was a GD. You know, that's what they'll call an op. See, everybody on the YouTube got this perception that it was just a BDK, GDK war and all that, man. It was BDs with GDs and GDs with BDs, man. It was just whoever you was fucking with, man. That's how it is, bro.
Damn. Shit, so both of y'all been on the low side of Chicago, or?
Man, I've been from the low end.
That's where we all come from,
super
the low
suburbs, man. Born at Michael Reese Hospital. It don't even exist no more, man.
Yeah.
It don't even exist no more, man. Michael Reese Hospital. You tell me what it is, man.
Michael Reese, baby.
Michael Reese.
Come on now. And look, man, we on Big Mouth of the South. I know y'all got a crazy story from the low end that y'all ain't never told before.
Man, I got so many stories in them projects, bro. It was the projects. It was deadly, bro. What y'all consider deadly to the outside, bro. But if you had to live in that shit, it wasn't deadly, bro. It was just where you lived at. You knew everybody in your building. But if you had multiple buildings, see, our buildings was different than buildings, cause like we was on the lake, so all that shit was Newtown. But in certain buildings, you had buildings that was right here, and then the GD building right here. You know what I'm talking about? And it's on. You know what I'm talking about? Back and forth all night. So it's a lot of good stories though, man. The guys who was gang banging then, though, one thing I could say is that they was, you know, they brought out ice cream trucks. They fed the community, barbecue grills and all type of shit. They did shit for the kids, man. Like they ain't just make their money, bro, and the kids ain't see shit.
Yeah. Shit, what was the most memorable day that you feel like when they gave back to the community, like what they do?
Oh, all that shit, school supplies, everything, handed out money. I done seen it all, man. I'm talking about 50 ice cream trucks. Wake up in the morning to come outside, 50 ice cream trucks. Hey, they ain't leaving until all the ice cream gone. They done brought it out. They buying out stores, all the meat, all the pops, all the chips, all that. Like.
Now, was this an official day, or this was just like random?
This was just random, man. Like none of the days was official. It was just whenever, you know what I'm talking about, the nigga who had the blocks, it was on. It's popping, it's cracking today. I feel like spending this money.
Yeah.
You know?
Now, who from the low side that the world might know?
Shit, it's a damn near everybody, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Damn near everybody you bump into, they bloodline going back to them buildings, man.
It's the low end.
Yeah, the low end. The low end.
Yeah. Terrortown. How was it over there in Terrortown?
That bitch was deadly. Like it was deadly. Like, you know, on the low end we in buildings and shit, but over there it's courtway buildings. So it's like it's a different ball game, man, with different shit, bro. Like you step out them court buildings. I stayed over east on 75th and Kingston, and it's like when you go out my courtway building, the block's so long that, you know, if somebody come and do a drive-by or shoot, I'm stuck. Like you ain't got nowhere to run or none of that shit. So it's deadly than a motherfucker.
Would you say the low end or the terror end is more deadly than the other?
Oh, the low end was more deadly, way more versatile, bro. Like you can't even compare no project building story. Like I told you, you can't compare nothing projects to nothing.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you in a fort, like an army. You gonna have to bring the military in that bitch. You trying to get somebody, bro. It's a whole different ball game.
Yeah. So people that was, you know what I'm saying, staying on the low end, was they brought into the war based off where they was living, or how did that happen? Like, what's going on with that?
When people was moved out and displaced, moved out their environments and all that stuff, you know, they can start mingling on certain like blocks and areas and stuff like that, which making new encounters with all type of people that's out in the streets that's already on these blocks. So now you trying to integrate yourself in to their structure, but you already had doing what you was doing. So now you talking to your homies and them, so you feel like, man, look, I'm the realest. It's time for us to take over, man. They ain't know nothing. So it was a war between the blocks. It was unknown, but it was known. Project building versus the street people. You feel what I'm saying? When you come in doing all this how it was, man. This a lot of people integrated, start rocking with each other, and then build connections and lives. It's a lot of people that's come from the project buildings that's into this war or so-called war that's going on right now, man. And it's all tied in together, man.